Wakizashi Sword unlock, you must. Hey, what's up everyone, it's Dex Reflex, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how to unlock the brand new Wakizashi Sword in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Let's check it out. So, in order to unlock the Wakizashi Sword, you have to complete this challenge. So it says, with the combat knife equipped, execute 2 finishing moves in 10 different matches. So for some of you, you're going to be like, wow, that's pretty hard. How do you expect me to do that? Well, there's multiple different ways to go about it. The way that I chose to go about is going into free-for-all, and I like playing free-for-all anyway, so it's something I'm already used to, and I feel like pulling off 2 executions is a normal goal in one of my free-for-all matches anyway. I'm always looking to just get a free execution if I see one. But obviously, when you're trying to complete this challenge, you're going to be a lot more aggressive with it. It's going to be the goal of the entire match. So after completing the challenge, I think that this is the best class that is going to help you get it done. So the primary weapon obviously doesn't really matter. Whatever makes you feel comfortable in a free-for-all match. I like submachine guns or assault rifles. Yeah, whatever makes you feel comfortable. The goal is to use this as little as possible, but also like we don't want to mess up our KD. So like we only switch to the knife when we need to. So just something you can actually survive with and get kills with. Probably not a light machine gun. That's the best thing I could say. So anyway, obviously we want the combat knife equipped. Then you want to have danger close, so you can get your extra lethal and tacticals, so you can have 2 stun grenades. Stun grenade is the best choice, obviously, because we're going to be using stun grenades to stun our enemies, and you can see here, slow the movement is what we want to do. It helps you run behind them and get that execution. And they can't move and react against that. Molotov, the lethal doesn't really matter, whatever is going to help you. I like to use proximity mines. I guess this one also doesn't matter. Your perks are definitely important. So I played around with this a little bit. I experimented with different ones, but the best choice I think is what I have finally here. So we got the tactical mask, tracker, and ninja. Tactical mask is so you don't get yourself with your own flashbangs, which I did in the beginning, because in the beginning, the best second choice I would say is paranoia. I was doing that at first, and you can see a couple paranoia glimpses in this video where I'm doing an execution, or maybe I see an enemy because of this, and I can survive because you're holding that knife, so you're extra vulnerable. So that's why paranoia could be helpful, but tactical mask is going to be better to help you stun someone without stunning yourself. Tracker, it's pretty obvious, helps you track down enemy footsteps. I don't think I need to explain that. I'm not sure if scavenger helps you replenish stun grenades. That could be a technique, a strategy if you want to try that. Yes, and then this one, Ninja. Ninja is probably the most important perk, and this goes hand in hand with picking free-for-all. It's because in free-for-all, I use, sound to find the enemies. That's how I play free-for-all. This is definitely something you probably want to have headphones for this, but maybe it still works on the speaker if you're playing on your speakers and you get the volume turned up, but I haven't played a first-person shooter with the speakers on in like years probably, just because of the insane tactical advantage you get from playing first-person shooter games with really nice headphones on, because you need to be able to hear people 360 all around you. So we use Ninja so people can't hear me as I'm trying to sneak up and execute them. And when you have Ninja on, you can literally sprint at someone, and I don't think they can hear you at all, even when sprinting. Moving on, and then I already said danger close, so we can get our extra lethals. So yeah, that's what I think the best loadout is for completing this challenge and going into free-for-all mode. Maybe if you're going into not free-for-all mode, maybe you'd change it up a little bit. Okay, we're starting off at 0 out of 10. At each match, I do a little check-in real quick. So our first victim of the day. So the basic strategy is you go into free-for-all, and you kind of have to be a little sneaky and really just listen for enemy footsteps. Really turn the volume up if you need to. But just like there, I heard some loud footsteps, so I stopped what I was doing, pulled out the knife, and I just crouched and waited for the footsteps to kind of go in a direction to where I could follow them. So another thing that just happened is in free-for-all, why I pick free-for-all is that you will find some people are either AFK at the start of the match or just at random times during the match. So no shame in my game to complete this challenge. No one likes completing challenges, you know. So you see someone who's AFK.
This is gonna be melee. That'll be okay. Let's see.
So you see someone who's AFK. In the beginning of the match, you should look for people who are AFK and get those free executions. And during the match, you know, check the respawn points. You might find AFK people to help you complete this execution. So we already I think we've done 2 matches already. We're at 2 out of 10. Some maps are harder, some maps are easier, obviously. This guy's a nice guy. He let me survive. Sometimes just take the melee kills. You know, you can't get it every single time. Sometimes you're gonna get melee kills. Almost got the triple kill there, so that's why I threw that in. Footsteps. And there, so there I want to show too. You really gotta get behind him. Like, you got to make sure you get behind him. Someone pulled out a lag switch or something. But apparently the knife is very effective in a lag situation. Much better than guns. So could be worth it to try to get a execution. I thought for sure I was gonna die there, but that guy's never actually killed me. Okay, we're at 3 out of 10. Saw this guy in the beginning of the match, stalking around the corners.
What's up, bitch? Oh, Andrew.
Yeah, just had to do it. Sorry.
Andrew ruined it for us. He prevented us from getting it that match. So we don't like Andrew. Also, the execution I'm using is the brand new Disavowed Assassin execution. So if you've never seen that before, you get to see it like 1,000 times. So this is why you can see it's so easy to stun yourself. I wasn't using the tactical mask at this point. Boom. I got a couple, I think that was like 2 or 3 matches where I didn't get it. Then the rest of the matches I was pretty consistent in getting enough executions. You know, you see someone, you just go for it. And sometimes you're gonna get shot in the back. Bam. Gotta do what we gotta do. We take those. Still 3 out of 10. Oh yeah, so this is, I wanted to show that because some people say, oh, I completed the challenge and it didn't show up. You know, my stats didn't get recorded. So that was a match where I literally got 4 executions. You can watch the tape back. I got 4 executions in that match and it didn't count that match. So I don't know. It is something that happens, or maybe what I think actually happens, it just gets delayed. Sometimes when they don't show up, it just is more of a delay because it'll show up like the next day or within a couple hours. It just won't immediately show up. But I don't know why it does that, but there's definitely times where you can feel like the challenges aren't being completed. So that's not a myth. If you are in the water fully, the assassination will not happen. There's one I show later where I'm in the water fully and it just stabs him in the back. So that's something that's good to know. I don't know how that even started the execution animation right there. Like, that's 5 out of 10 right there. Sometimes it like doesn't give it to you, sometimes it does. You want to make sure, you know, if you're following someone who's gonna kill someone, you kind of have to make sure you know how that battle plays out. Kind of, you want to make sure the person you're following gets their kill first before you start doing that execution. Otherwise, both of you will die. And over time, you just get real snazzy with the knife. This is the perfect situation of, you know, how you want to stun an enemy. You don't have to stun them, you know, you have to make a judgment call. Sometimes trying to stun them could make it worse for you. So, yeah. But if you have the right perk on, then it's usually fine. The mask. If you wear a mask, you'll be fine. This challenge is real easy. So I very rarely have to crouch and wait around for footsteps, but if it's getting later in a match, I'm starting to get desperate. You know, I do resort to that if I have to. But I wouldn't waste too much time crouching around corners. I don't think that's even really necessary. I try to like sprint around as much as possible, and you can really find people. And that's why I like free-for-all. Because if you weren't in a free-for-all match, you wouldn't really be able to sprint around and continually find people that you can either melee kill or, as you know, assassinate without just getting obliterated.
Sit your ass down.
7 out of 10. So, you know, I love this one. Hit him with the double. He didn't even look. I don't know. I mean, he's fighting some other guy, I guess. But so we're at 7 out of 10. So I got so much better at it at the end. I feel like I just had a much better flow. It was rough in the beginning, but I kind of just understood the melee mechanics a little bit more. Just hit him with that stun. If I was a little bit better there, I could have went around the other way. And classic. Stun, run behind. Dodge him. Get another stun. He has the mask on. Kill him anyway. Easy does it.
Enemy spy plane inbound.
This map I thought would be extra hard, but people love to hang out in this cave, and you can just get the execution in this cave, and they'll keep doing it. I'm not sure if it's the same person, but people just keep going to this cave, and you can just keep getting these executions. They're trying to snipe out of there. So, pretty sure it was 8 out of 10.
Sit your ass.
Also, I'm going for way more than just 2 in these games, too. Come on. Sometimes you don't get the assassination, but this is like the second time where I had to wait around. But Nuketown is a whole different beast. I really would prefer not to be on Nuketown, but it's still doable. I still get it on this one. You get killed by other people so fast on Nuketown. How do you feel about the disavowed assassin execution? You guys like how that looks? I like how it looks. I like the ones where they're kind of fighting a little bit. It's like a struggle. The other person almost has a chance. I wish I could have stabbed him through the window. This is the one where I was on the sea. It doesn't activate the assassination in the water, unfortunately. That one was just dirty. It's just dirty. Bam. Now how's that for completing a challenge? Last kill of the game, you win the game. Dun, dun, dun. So that's how I unlocked the Wakizashi Sword. Please like the video if this has helped you out. Please leave a comment if you have any advice on how to do this better. And please subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Peace out. Have a great day.